Okay, we're here in Module 4, and I have my top 10 social media tips for you. My first tip, don't avoid questions. What do I mean by this? Well, I have a lot of clients who come to me for social media advice, and one of the things that they always say is they're not ready to post on social media until they have a plan, until everything is perfect, until they have all the talking points and everything down. But what this does is it actually closes off your audience from being able to engage with you. Their questions can be extremely valuable, and they can help inform future strategies for additional content. The second tip I have for you is be aware that there are two types of content. One of the types of content is spontaneous content. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Go behind the scenes and give people a taste of what real life is like. The second type of content is planned content. And this is stuff that you may want to save for your feed, or this is stuff that you may want to develop a series of talking points to help respond to customer questions. But back to my first point, don't avoid the questions, and make sure that you incorporate both types of content in order to keep your feed and your social media presence authentic and real and connectable for your audience. My third tip is pick between 3 and 5 themes or topics and use those as a checklist on all your social media posts. You can even use an emotion as a topic. An example of a theme is your word for the year. My word for the year is beauty. I'm working at tying that in various posts, either through a beautiful picture or through connecting concept of beauty in a caption. But it's something I'm working on and working towards, and it's not perfect, but neither is social media, and that's part of the point of it. My fourth tip is the secret to social media engagement is education. Teach, teach, teach. You are a guide with empathy and authority. Where have you been and how has it felt? Connect those stories and experiences that you've had back to your customer. Think about how you can use the things that have happened in your life with what she may need to know, or what she may want to be feeling. How can you guide her through your experiences and your story? This brings me to my next point, number 5. The struggle is part of the story. And I know it's never easy to talk about the hard parts of our stories, but the hard parts of our stories are some of the strongest connection points for our brand. People are able to better relate to your brand when they know your struggle. My number 6 tip for social media is this. We all love a good mystery, right? So I want you to work at incorporating mystery, suspense, and a little bit of teasing into your social media feed. You can do this by telling them what's coming, when it's coming, and just revealing as much as you can, but not everything. An example of this would be saying something like, we have a new product coming, I'm not sure when it's going to come. The number one question you're going to get you're going to get questions if you post something mysterious, but posting something mysterious creates suspense, and it's going to cause your audience to want to come back and figure out what's going on. My number 7 tip is sometimes people want to be sold. Just remember this. None of us like a sleazy, slimy used car salesman, and we don't want to be that person. However, if we really desperately needed a used car, we would want that salesperson to sell us the best car on the lot, and he's gonna have to tell us about the features and benefits of that car in order to sell us on it. So just remember that everybody wakes up every day and they're gonna spend, more likely than not, money on something that day. And if they're following you, they may be looking for a reason to buy the products or services that you offer. So don't be afraid to sell. Just don't do it in every post. My number 8 tip is tweak your post based on what's happening in the news as needed. So this is an especially important tip if you are pre-planning any posts, like we talked about in some previous lessons. Here's the deal though, you don't want to be posting happy flowers if there are fires in California. So try to be empathetic to what's happening in the world. Number 9 tip is use hashtags as galleries. Think about the themes that you're using and do some hashtag research and come up with some unique hashtags to help you collect your memories and thoughts and store those all in one spot. And my number 10 and final tip is don't forget to use hashtags to help people find you. You're gonna want to do hashtag research similar to the same way you're going to want to do keyword research for your website. You're typically going to get a better response, better likes, more engagement when you use a series of hashtags, and word on the street is between 7 and 9. There is a cheat sheet for you guys in the workbook to use as a guide for social media graphics. These can change all the time, but these are the up-to-date graphics as of 2019. So use that as something you can put beside your desk whenever you're trying to create graphics for social media. If you have any questions, let's discuss. Throw them out on Slack or click the link below this post to submit a question on our form. And I will see you guys in the next module.